Who doesn't love an edgy, brooding character with deep world building and lore surrounding them? Often misunderstood, they live their lives questioning their painful existence. But this story I'm about to tell you is unparalleled to any other. Welcome to Galarian Geekout, and this is the dark origin of a genetic experiment. Many years ago, there was a genius professor at the peak of his career. He had a seemingly unachievable dream. This dream was to save his descendant, who was but a little girl, from the grim fate of death. He was approached by an organisation with the intent of using his research as weapons. In return, they would fund a research facility and let him achieve his personal goals. The professor would research mythical beings and experimented by creating artificial amphibious reptile-like creatures, but none of the experiments were deemed a success. But this would all change after the professor would obtain the DNA of an ancient being of remarkable power. Incubated in a cylindrical tank, his research had led him to create the strongest being, with power that could challenge even the ancient being. That being even went on to form a strong connection with the girl that it was created to save. The two became best of friends and spent a lot of time together. However, as everything was looking to be a success, the being's time with the girl was cut short. A devastating disaster took place, leading to the other experiments being shut down and the tragic demise of the girl. Because of this, the professor altered the memories of the being before it was left in stasis in its tank for many years. The being would eventually be free of the tank, and not long after, meet a corrupt man who struck a deal with the being to work with them. With its hazy memory, it accepted the man's offer, proceeding to do the man's bidding. The being would also obliterate the islanded facility it awoke at with a deadly explosion. After realizing the man only wanted to use the being for its power, it defected from the antagonistic man's plan, and doing so, it became an antagonistic presence in itself. The being would then return to the professor's research facility and use the remaining technology there to get its revenge on the world that had wronged it, and in doing so, would also unleash the amphibious reptile's full potential. A hero of red, white and blue attempts to stop the being's revenge plan, and is met with a near-death experience, but fortunately for them, their little yellow buddy somehow gets them out of it. The being is then persuaded to stop their vengeance, and puts an end to the unleashed amphibious reptile's attack. The being then floats off into the atmosphere. In addition, the being would have a fierce battle with the ancient creature whose DNA was used to create it, and after the battle, the being would go on to live a relatively peaceful life, other than the odd conflict with the antagonistic man from before. So, what's so great about this artificial being anyway? Well, other than powerful punches and kicks, it has the ability to teleport around, unleash blasts, float or levitate, or even seemingly fly. It can exert its energy through beams and striking attacks. It can even move at extremely fast speeds. On top of all this, with special gemstones, it can reach an even higher level of potential, maxing all its strengths to the extreme while undergoing a transformation in appearance. Speaking of appearance, it has also been known to wear accessories that are said to both limit and focus the being's power. And that is the dark origin of a genetic experiment. Wait a second, I guess I lied when I said the story was unparalleled, huh? Well, I hope you still like and subscribe.